cherished ducklings. Welcome to New York City. Welcome to Brooklyn. And welcome to me. And welcome to you. I'm now so tired of saying the word welcome. I don't even know what it means, but I'm very glad you're here. I got this hat from the hat shop in New York City in Sullivan Street with my friends Jesse and Linda. And anyway, so we're here today to talk about the M word. That's right, empowerment. It was such a bad joke, I actually joked. We're here today to talk about the M word, empowerment. Yes. Wait a minute, there's something wrong there. We will talk about it. I'm also asking people to call in from all over the world, which is where you are. You're all over the world, individually. And I'll be taking your calls about your deepest, darkest, most important questions. So one thing about stepping into your power is that it can be painful and it can be hard to get people to listen to you and respect you if you've been a doormat. People are not going to like it. If you step into your power, so many of you are doing right now, I see this with my clients, I see this with my friends, and I see people who have been taken advantage of, who thought that being kind was the only way to get people to like them. I'm seeing a lot of you, a lot of me, a lot of us change. And what I want to say is keep doing it. If you need to lose a couple of friends in the process, people are not going to like when you say thus far and no further. When you say, I would like you to do this, please, I deserve respect. When you set boundaries, expect some pushback. And I want you to remember this, because this is a time when all over the world, people who have been meek, mild, too kind for their own good, and had people take advantage of them, mistake their kindness for weakness, are starting to wake up. It's part of this whole global awakening that we seem to be having in a very nice way. My theory is about 2012, the divine feminine sort of woke up, came back, and boy, is she mad. And we're seeing the ends of toxic masculinity in our culture. We're also seeing men being extremely confused about their roles. So that's what I'd like to say. Hold on one second. Knock it off. Thank you. That was my roommate. I just set a boundary. I asked her to go in the next room. She didn't. So now I get mad at her. Anyway, thanks for being here. The other thing about empowerment, and that was we were kidding around. Although if that happens again, there will be blood, or at least milkshakes. So I wanted to get to the tarot weather, which is just like regular weather, although if you watch every week, less damaging to crops. But I also wanted to say that I'm Peri Lyons, P-E-R-I-L-Y-O-N-S. You can find me on the website perilyons.com. And you can also book a reading through that. I am not cheap. My time is valuable, and I'm the best at what I do. I'm not great at a lot of other things, but this, hey. So, but I do love my clients, and I really, everybody who calls in, I feel so lucky and blessed, because every time somebody calls in, I get to really connect with somebody extraordinary. So I invite you to call in. Again, my name's Peri Lyons. You might have seen me in the New Yorker magazine. You might have, well, they didn't have a picture. You might have read about me. And we're going to do the psychic weather. And darling, my angel girl in Edmonton, Canada, give me 2 minutes. We're going to do the psychic weather. Should we take the hat off? What do you think? Oh, it's a great hat, though. Hi, Barbara. Give me 1 minute. We're going to do the psychic weather, and this applies to everybody who's watching.
Okay.
Thank you, my love. And all of my tarot cards just fell down. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use my friend Shaman Durek's Elemental deck. I just got this deck. I knew Shaman Durek, who you might know from his book Spirit Hack. Also, I think he just married the princess of Belgium, Sweden, someplace where everybody is incredibly good looking. And anyway, so Shaman Durek, he's a 7th generation Haitian shaman. I've known him Sure, the famous astrologer Elizabeth Grace for at least 10 years. He's the real deal. And he just came out with a wonderful thing called Alchemy Ascent Elementals. It's a deck of cards that I'm still learning, but let's figure this out together. Okay, guys, take in a deep breath. Blow it out. And whatever we get is what you're supposed to hear. Okay, that's fascinating. It's a beautiful deck. The first card is Ancestor Fire. And this is about ancestors. It's fire, ancestors, and stars. This is for the beginning of the week. And I'm actually going to look this up because this is a brand new deck. And I got stuck in traffic today. So although as brilliant as usual, I'm not as prepared as I usually might be. Forgive me. Ancestor Fire has to do with tuning into your ancestral wisdom. That's a lot to ask for the beginning of a week. Hold on, we're going to get back to that. I'll give you an overview in 1 second. Tribal Fire is the second one. It's the middle of the week. We'll get back to this in a second. Don't play with matches is probably another thing for this week. And Land, Animal, and Star is the third. This is the end of the week. And as Shaman Durek says, these have to do with, you know what? I am vamping for time because I'm actually looking these up, and I really appreciate you being here with me as I do that, because nobody's perfect. So fire and tribal fire and earth, and hang on there, Barbara, be right there.
Okay.
Larry, how was everybody's week? It was did everybody else have a lot of trouble like talking yesterday as I am today? I found yesterday people were having so much trouble just expressing themselves without going bubba-da-bubba-da-bub. So if that happened to you yesterday, it's not your fault. Oh, wow. So this first thing, tribal fire and earth. Oh, this is fascinating. This is about, I think we're only going to do one card because I'll be honest with you, I am completely, I love this deck, but I haven't learned it well enough. So we're going to do one thing for the week, fire, tribal fire, and earth. And that's page 20. Play along with me at home, people. Luckily, I tend to be extremely accurate in the call-in. Here we go. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear the messages Mother Earth is sharing with the awakening ones. Okay, this is exactly what I was just talking about. By the way, I'm reading from the book. These are Shaman Durek's words. The earth is giving to her children without asking anything in return. That's what she's always done because she's a woman. That's what we do. Or she's a mother. She's not. The tribal fires, and the tribal fires are our ancestry that comes out through us in terms of our inherited strengths, our inherited stories and narratives, which we can always use. You can always find the best in those. For instance, I'm from 20 generations of like army people on one side. And of course, I could say, they're psychotic and a little prone to a fight. But on the other hand, I can ask for my ancestors to help me channel that bravery, that willingness to wade into dangerous situations. I can do that. So if there are any in your family, if there are any family myths that aren't working for you, you can turn them around and find the good in them. It's a really good time to gather your friends around you. Obviously, I didn't know this was going to be, but it is coming up Thanksgiving. But right now, it's a really good time to nourish your soul by going outside, by being part of the earth, Mother Earth, and by just breathing in and looking at the stars and remembering that our problems are so small, even if they seem huge at the time. When we look up at the stars, we get perspective, and we remember that we're surrounded by so much beauty and so much goodness and so much free oxygen. That's a good thing. Okay. Barbara, thank you for being such an angel. That was a little hippy-dippy,
Okay,
but
thank you
hey.
very much.
Sure. How can I help
No,
you?
it suits what I need. Okay. Thank you.
Well, I think that was a lot about, and we're going to get to your question because I can feel you have one. What I'm getting, I'm a little distracted because I'm not in my usual sort of studio space, But so thank you for putting up with me. But as you'll see, and you'll notice this in your own life, even when we think we're stumbling, our stumbles are actually dance steps in a dance we can't see the choreography of yet. But everything is working for your good. So Barbara, tell me your birthday and tell me what you want to know.
February 4th, 57.
Oh, cool. You know, we get so many Aquariuses in this show. I love them. They're awesome. And okay. And let me see what hold on, let me tune in. While I'm tuning in, did you have a specific burning question? It feels like you have two questions. Pick the one that's jumping into your mind right now.
I guess I just need to know when all this misery and death will end for me this year.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You know.
4 in 6 months. And
I'm so sorry. You know what? I understand. I've had the same thing. And we were talking before about how this is a time of sort of awakening, people stepping into their power and stepping out of old patterns, transforming family patterns, transforming their old patterns. And it's the end of a cycle. We're beginning a new cycle. I mean, obviously, the beginning of the new year is a new year, but it's also numerologically, it's a whole new deal. It's the beginning of a whole new cycle. And unfortunately, what often happens is when we're personally in what I'll call like a 9 cycle, for lack of a better word, saying there's 1 to 9. When we're ending a cycle, which we all are, we'll see the people around us who have had their journey and are ready to leave for whatever reason are moving on. And it's very painful for those of us left behind as somebody who's been a documented, evidentially correct medium for about 15 years now. And I never believed in life after death. Part of me is still like, nah. But in this show, I get to talk to so many people I wouldn't expect to talk to. What with them being dead and all. And it's always extraordinary to me how vividly and how accurately they come through, even in my own life. I'll tell you a story later about that. But so one thing I am learning is that apparently death is there, it definitely feels final from our end, but there is something after. I think there's a continuation of personality, a continuation of the soul's growth. And what I've seen, experienced, and known is that our friends, our loved ones, they stay with us. So I'm sorry, I'm a little talkative
I believe
tonight.
that. I just wish you would speak up to me. I wish someone would say something to me.
Are you having well, who would you like to talk to, my love?
I would love to talk to my son.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. This is the worst thing anybody can go through. Can you tell me his first name and his birthday? That'll make it that'll make it go faster.
Bradley, October 20th, 1977.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry, love. October 20th. So that's a great day. I have so many friends with that day.
October 20th.
So 20th, right? Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking, October 20th. It's a great day. I'm getting a young man. He looks, give me a second. He looks to be about, he has dark hair. He has what can only be called an infectious grin. He's got a dimple on this side. It looks like when he grins. Does he have a dimple on one side? He's got, does he have dark hair? What?
Yeah.
He's about 5'9", 5'10". I'm seeing him about 165, 170. He is adorable. I think he has really beautiful eyes. I'm not just saying that because you're his mom and you'd be like, oh yeah, of course he does. But he's either got like hazel eyes. His eyes are really unusual. Do you have almost spokes in the iris? Do you know what I'm saying? His eyes were beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Okay. I can't tell if his eyes are sort of gold or if they're more green. Help me out here.
Yeah, they're kind of like a color changing at times.
Yeah, gold green. Okay. beautiful cheekbones. He's holding his chest. I'm not sure why. Oh boy, he's very sorry. He made some bad choices, but he wants you to know none of, I don't want to diminish the scope of your tragic experience, but I do want to say that he's right here and he's really cute. And, honestly, if I was 10 years younger, I'd be like, hello, baby. I'm not making light of this, but he was very playful. And he felt a lot of guilt. He also called your mother something like, not Mamu. He called you a special name for his grandmother, which isn't a usual, not like Granny, it was something else. And he has a sister. Tell me if I'm right.
He does.
Yeah. I think he might have two, but there's one sister he's especially close to. She has a name like yours. It's not Barbara, but it's a American, solid, sort of old-fashioned name, beautiful. And she is a lovely person, and she has not gotten over losing him. And what he wants her to know, she's extremely sensitive, is that he is. I don't mean this in a woo-woo way when I say like, oh, he's right there. I mean, he's right there. She can talk to him. She can ask him stuff. Sometimes I'm going to teach a class on how to listen better, and I'll let you guys know. But right now, what I want you to know, was he about 5'9", 5'10"? Sometimes it helps to get confirmation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, about 165 around there? Yes?
Normally, yes. Yep.
What's that?
Normally, he would have been heavy, like, the 170.
Okay, we'll let the extra 5 pounds go. So he's got beautiful eyes, got dimple, got dark hair. He's 5'9.5", around 165, 170. He's very playful. He went out suddenly. He didn't mean to cause you a lot of grief, both for a lot of sort of shame and confusion about how he passed. But the thing is, and you guys always knew this, or he always knew this in some level, that was his contract before he came in. Don't ask me why. So it's okay. What's his middle name and what's the significance of that?
John.
Quickly.
It's his dad's name.
Okay.
John.
Oh.
It's his father's name.
Can you tell me your daughter's name too? Because he wants to quickly. Or
Lisa.
just from first. What? Oh, great.
Lisa?
Yeah, this was very, very classic, sort of solid. Lisa is actually quite sensitive. If she can learn to meditate, I'll be giving I'll be giving a class on this page, Peri Lyons. It's on Facebook tomorrow, like around probably 3 p.m. So tune in there. I can teach her very quickly how to meditate. When she meditates, it's going to be easier for her to hear him right now. You'll be able to sort of feel him. It's just you're too scared right now because you're too scared he's going to be mad at you. But ain't nothing there but love, sugar. Why am I talking like this?
Okay.
I'm from the North. But the other thing he wants you to know is the stuff with his dad was not your fault either. We can't control other people. We can't control their addictions. We can't control their fear-based reactions. You are a really lovely person. And the best way would, and this is what he's saying, this is not what I think you're a lovely person too, but this is him talking through me. I'm not going to be Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost, although Dancing with Patrick Swayze would be nice. But he's also very funny. I'm not usually quite this flip while doing this, but he's funny, right? Did he have a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Or did he yeah, okay. It was an American bike. Okay, doesn't matter.
I moved to the States for 20 years.
Yeah. What I was saying is he did not have a Japanese motorcycle. He had an American motorcycle. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that seems important to him. It's really funny what people think is important. Also, you used to make him a special treat that he and his sister would fight over. I don't know if it's brownies with like M&Ms on top. It's something like that. It's like bar cookies. Just say yes or no. I just
cookies with hockey pucks.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I'm like, what the heck is it? What am I looking at here? Oh, he's right here too. Hey, you. Woo!
Okay.
He puts a smile on any girl's face. I'm here to tell you. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. He's very present. He left a significant other behind, and he has a kid.
Pardon?
Got 2 kids. Hold on.
Not that I know of.
No, he's got a kid. We might have a kid you don't know about.
No. Yes.
Believe me, it happens. What?
Okay.
No? Yes?
He never wanted kids.
Is he straight or gay? Is that... he never wanted kids.
No,
He might have-
he's very straight. Yeah.
Right about kids. He's very straight. Yeah, that's what it doesn't matter. I mean, love is love. I was just
Yeah, he just
I think
never
he-
wanted children.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we'll get back to that, or maybe we will. He also he had this one great love affair, on and off girlfriend. They drove each other crazy. They couldn't leave each other alone. I think they were on the outs when he passed. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh God,
Yeah.
she's heartbroken. And I think I would go see how she is, because I don't think she is doing well at all. And I think she needs a mom, and I don't think she has one. So she might have one, but if you want to, the best thing to do when we need the kind of healing that you need right now, aside from knowing that he's here, and I can't make this stuff up. For all I know, he could be 6'4", blonde, and have 3 feet.
Yeah.
The fact that he came through that specifically is because you need to know that he's here. And this is what he wants you to know.
Okay.
He had a motorcycle. He doesn't want you to know that. You know that. But what he's saying right now is that the best thing you can do is what you want from other people right now, give to other people first. It's really hard, but it's the fastest way to get happy. Not that I ever remember it, but
Okay.
Once a year what I do. But this will be up on YouTube. You can go back and watch this as much as you want. The other thing I want to say is something going on with his father. He's forgiven him. He says he doesn't have to forgive you. There's nothing to forgive, Barbara. Do you get it, sweetie? Can you just tell me?
I get it. I get it.
Forgive yourself? And do you understand? I'm going to be
Get it.
really straightforward right now.
Yep.
He wants you to move forward because
Okay.
he's with you. And you've been feeling guilty about moving forward because you thought you'd leave him behind. You're not going to. And sometimes the most selfish thing we can do is isolate ourselves in our grief when the world needs us. There are people who need us, and there are especially people who need you. You're a very good teacher. You're a very loving person. You're great with kids. You're very good. You might not think you're a good teacher, but you're very good at teaching people things. Also, you're a wonderful cook. You can actually cook and bake. I can't do that.
No.
No, you just trust me in this. But it's not your time yet, and he wants you to make his life, have people remember him through you. He was so much like you. Okay, he looked a lot like his dad,
Yes, he
but he
was.
was very much like you internally. Actually, he looked like both of you.
Yep.
Kind of looked like his dad's dad, to be honest with you. Is that correct?
I never knew his dad's dad.
Okay, well, he's like you internally. But he was also sort of very soft inside and very kind of on the outside. I have no idea what I mean by
Yeah.
that, but it makes sense to you. Also,
Yes, it does.
weird. I think that he wanted to come through somebody named Lyons, which is my last name, because there's something about, he liked big cats, something about lions or tigers. I'm off in unknown territory here. Okay, we've got 60 seconds. There's
Well, I'm a
something
foster
else.
kitty mom,
What?
and he helps out with me. I'm a foster kitty mom, and
Oh,
he lived with me, and he helped out with the kitties.
Oh yeah, kitties are good with this, and he likes this kitty. Is it kind of well, I'm not going to do the kitty. I want to say, Brad, we got about 30 seconds. So just quickly repeat back to me what you've gotten from this, and I'm just going to fire away.
Well, basically, he's here, and it wasn't my fault. He's forgiven me, and it was
There's
his
nothing to
choice.
forgive with you. He forgave himself, and he'd like you to forgive him now, because there's still a little anger because he left so soon. And you're fine. You're going to be just fine. You got a really good time of your life coming through. Let me know how you are, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me with this. And Barbara, just mwah.